and thank you for supporting my dad. And but I want to tell you some few things about my dad. He's honest. He will, like, yeah.
All right.
And you can trust him. If you tell him something to keep him a secret, he will keep it a secret. And he's a hard worker. When he gets to Washington, I think he'll do what he said he would do. And I have my fullest honor. I don't even know if that's a word, but it's my pleasure to introduce my dad, Bob Kerrey.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Otherwise, I have to sit down or kneel or something to use this thing. So,
you don't have to kneel, Bob.
We'll kneel.
If I was Orthodox, I'd have to. Well, you know, my son and my wife have made this campaign possible, and I very much, if it's possible to love two people more than I did at the beginning of this campaign, I do. This has been at least as difficult for them as it's been for me.
Just a little louder.
He just said he loved him.
I said Anyway, look, I think the election's Tuesday, somebody told me. And if we get out and vote, we're going to win on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I do think you can see both what Nebraskans want and the difficulty of doing it in Senator Hagel's endorsement this week. And though it didn't get as much press, I'd say the same thing about Senator Rudman and Senator Simpson before long. What Chuck said was that when he came to the Senate in 1997, I had campaigned for Ben Nelson, by the way, and he acknowledges that. And did a good job of campaigning for Ben Nelson. But Chuck won. And when he came to the Senate, he and I met. And Chuck recalled it exactly the way it was. I had a list of 7 or 8 things that I thought he and I could work together on. And what was necessary in order for us to do that was he had to move a little in my direction, and I had to move a little in his direction. And that's exactly what we did on behalf of our country, and we were great allies as a consequence. Well, you can see the difficulty of doing that today, and the importance of it as well, in what happened here in Nebraska when Senator Hagel said, the place has gotten worse, we need Bob Kerrey to go back there and work with Republicans to break down this partisan gridlock. What happened? The governor, who would not be governor today were it not for Chuck Hagel, and the junior senator, who also would not have been governor of Nebraska were it not for Chuck Hagel, sort of had losses of memory and inability to demonstrate gratitude and criticized it, attacked it. And that's what's wrong with politics today. What's wrong with politics today is that Democrats and Republicans are looking for a way to score a political victory for themselves as opposed to trying to find a way to get a victory for the American people. Right. Importantly, I don't have to stop believing in economic and social justice in order to get that done. So we got 2 more days to persuade people at least to get out to vote. There are 79 Nebraskans who died in Afghanistan and Iraq who will not be voting on Tuesday. And remember them. And tell your friends who might be, well, it doesn't make any difference in their heads. Tell them to conquer that, because it does make a difference. We have not just the freedom to vote, we have an obligation to vote. I hope that Nebraskans in the majority will vote for me on Tuesday. And I will do everything in my power to serve Nebraskans with pride and make this a victory for all the people of Nebraska as a consequence. So, I am moved by your support. I thank you for coming out on Sunday. I hope you all get home in time to watch Homeland. Whatever else it is that you watch on Sunday night, I do on Sunday night. And I thank you. It's quite moving. I told Senator Northwich earlier, Jeremy, among the great things that's going on in Nebraska today, Jeremy's a demonstration of it. There's a whole new generation of young people coming up into positions, political responsibility, business responsibility, creating all kinds of excitement, whether it's Omaha or Lincoln or Scottsbluff. And not only do we have to support them, we have to encourage them to keep going. It is a wonderful scene to watch these young people moving up. I'll close actually with this. Whatever else you say about Senator Fisher and myself, she is 61. I'm not breaking any secrets here. And I'm 69. We're not the future. Jeremy is, my son is, lots of young people in this state are. And we got to care about them. We got to support them. We got to give them what they need to live to their full potential. And I promise you, every single day on the job, that's exactly what I will do. Thank you.